What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So on today's episode, if you've been tuning in on the last one or the last two, my brother took delivery of a Porsche GT4. This thing's absolutely insane. If you watched our first video on this one, Justin and I, we took it to Malibu Cars and Coffee, but unfortunately no one was really there. But we had a good amount of time with this car now, and then now we're here in the mountains. And I have the GoPro on because so you guys have like the POV to see like how it looks from the driver's seat. But this car, we've already driven it all day today, and we only have it till today before I have to give it back, unfortunately. But man, oh man, this thing rips. This literally the best thing I've driven in a long time. In my opinion, I feel like it's better than the R8. I feel like it drives better than Vantage and an AMG GT. Like, this thing is it. It's practically a mid-engine sports car, but in my opinion, the way the performance is, I really think it's like supercar territory. Like, this thing is incredible. So we're gonna take it out in the mountains right now. Gonna just turn around real quick. So when you initially get into this car, your first impressions is that it's pretty tight in here. It's definitely one of the smaller cars I've ever gotten into, besides like say like a Mini Cooper, and it feels good in my opinion. If you're a person who likes bigger cars and who likes kind of that space, this car definitely isn't for you. There's a lot of room where the pedal is, so that if you do have big feet, you do have enough room to switch back and forth. In the Maserati that I had, I couldn't really wear big shoes like Yeezys because the pedals were a little bit too close together, and there wasn't enough room at the top for me to like kind of shift. It would always hit the ceiling. This one doesn't have that. Man, the way this car feels, just like immediately getting in, whether or not you're driving it hard or easy, it's super comfortable. It goes when you want to go, and it doesn't go when you want to, if that makes sense. Put it in normal mode, in automatic, with Sport PDK off, and then the suspension setting in the softest setting. It feels like any other Porsche, like an everyday car. It's amazing. But when you want to, have a little bit of fun, press the PDK, the suspension setting, put the gearbox in sport, or you can do it manually. I love doing everything manually. Drop a few gears, and it's incredibly fast. Oh man, it just rips.
Know it could do that.
Oh yeah, it grips. You felt that, right? It like gripped. It really grips.
Holy
like
shit.
If that was the Maserati right now on that corner,
We would have been in the ditch.
Yeah, and we're definitely not gonna go like crazy hard, but I did want to try it out.
I'm sorry, what? Crazy? Dude, that
It felt good.
That felt good.
Felt amazing. So this car is on Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2s, and they're thick as hell. I can't remember what the exact girth is or the width. But you can just tell by Justin's reaction, this thing is amazing. The way it drives and the way it feels, you don't even have to drive it fast to feel how amazing this is. Luckily, we're in those forests. There's a lot of twisties. The road isn't that good, but you immediately feel like how grippy the tires are and how balanced this car is. It's incredibly balanced. Probably the most balanced car, in my opinion, that I've ever driven. So I've driven the GT3 RS and GT3, but not to the extent like this, so I can't really compare those cars to this thing. But just compared to like my Maserati and other cars I've driven, like an M3 and M3, M6 and stuff like this feels incredible. It's super light, it just grips the road. Wherever you kind of direct it, it just goes there. And there's a lot of awesome feedback. I can't believe it used to be mechanical, and then now it's electrical, which is amazing because I just feel the road and I know exactly what the car is doing. You know what I mean? Like, you don't get all the feedback, but you get a lot of it for what it is. Like, this car, I swear.
Oh my god.
When it's going, it just makes you want to like go faster. Oh man! Compared to the other things that you can potentially get on the market around this price point, because this car is 120 grand. It's not cheap, but I believe, you know, this is the first time where I actually think this car is actually worth the money. You know what I mean? Like the Maserati GT is the perfect example. 150K for that thing? No way. Like, I just feel like that's way too expensive for what that car is. You know, there's so many better options out there. An R8, the R8 is incredible. It does have the looks and the feel, has that wonderful Lamborghini V10 and the sound. But I mean, if you're looking for something that's like polished, really well defined, has kind of like a better look to it, I guess, but when you're in this, you feel like a gentleman rather than like the R8. You kind of feel like, you know, you're kind of a kid in a way, in my opinion. This thing feels so much more like track focused. You get the feeling that Porsche really took the time to perfect this car. You can definitely say that about the R8 too, and like the Vantage and AMG GT, but in my opinion, oh man, like, I'm one of those people who never really considered Porsches. I love flashy cars, I love Ferraris, Lamborghinis and stuff like that, but this car makes me want this car so bad. It makes me want to join the Porsche family, you know, when I can, obviously.
Oh my.
But what do you guys think? Would you guys rather get this over a GT3? In my opinion, I love the looks of this a little bit better. The GT3 does look a little bit bloated in my opinion. And if you're someone who wants to take it on the track, then this is the perfect car. Literally the perfect car. Man, oh man.
You know, the way you tossed this,
Yeah.
I was so scared
Really?
to do what you were doing right now. I mean, obviously, I didn't want to even like try to test anywhere near its limits. Like you said, in the right hands, it would be like a fucking beast.
Weapon. It would be such a weapon.
Right?
Yeah.
But man, I was feeling like a little bit more of what it's like.
Yeah.
Now I understand why someone might want the 918 seats.
Yeah, you get it, right?
Yeah.
Because right now we're in the comfort seats. And
Yeah.
the 918 seats are like bucket seats.
Yeah.
And they really hold you in place. I completely opt out of those, but if you're gonna plan on taking these on the, what do you call this? If you plan on taking this on the mountain pass or even just to the track frequently, then maybe you should. But in my opinion, if you plan on daily driving this, these seats they hold you in place good enough in my opinion, you know? And I'm trying to find a place to turn around so that we can go, because everything's kind of like unsafe to turn around here. one thing I love about this car, or actually there's a lot of things I love about this car, that the engineers really put a lot of thought in, and that's the steering wheel and the infotainment system and the gear shift knob. What I love about the steering wheel is that there's nothing to obstruct you while you're driving it. They understand that this car is a track car. It basically is a track car, the GT4, and they didn't put any buttons on the steering wheel. I know I've seen the 918 and other variants of the of Porsche models that they do have buttons here, but I believe the lack of buttons is really the way to go. And they make it very easy, like say like if you want to change the song or anything like that, they have the buttons here to turn the knob and whatever, change the music. And I really love how they decided to keep this button layout. It's so much better that there's actually buttons to press, because sometimes when you're driving this hard, or you're just putting around town, sometimes you don't even want to look at the buttons, you just want to know where it is. And I believe this car makes it very easy, or at least this car makes it very easy to know right away where the buttons are. Like I've only driven this car 2 days now, or 3 days. I already know where the fan speed is, the temperature, where to direct the airflow to me versus the top. I'm not even looking at it right now. And this is the bottom, AC and everything like that. The next thing is the gear shift knob. It's so easy just to kind of put it in park and put it in gear and everything like that. With the new Carreras, the new 911s, I feel like they're taking away from the experience by making it this little teeny weeny black knob to change the gears. And I find that kind of sad, you know what I mean, like that. I wish they kept this purity, and I believe the GT4 is kind of like what the Carrera should be, because the platform is absolutely perfect. I believe the Cayman and the Boxster, that platform is absolutely perfect. Having the engine in the middle, and then you have a trunk in the back. This thing is awesome. But going back to the driving, right now we're behind decently slow car. I mean, we're going speed limit. We're going speed limit here, and if I want to just like take it easy, take off the damper and then take off Sport PDK and put in automatic, and the gearbox is amazing. Where it really does shine is definitely when you're doing it by yourself. When you're just putting around town, it's perfect. You can daily drive this anytime. But if you watch our other video, the biggest thing with this car is that it's super low. And if you're bringing it anywhere, you kind of have to be mindful, which kind of sucks. You have to be mindful of where you're going. There's 2 occasions now on today where I had to back out of the driveway just to be able to make it out of the driveway without scratching the diffuser of the car. If I took it head first, it would have scratched for sure. Wow, this car, even in automatic mode and going through the canyons, it pretty much knows exactly what gear to be in the entire time. Right now we're in fifth gear, and then when I step on the gas, it'll immediately shift to 4th, just because like it knows that I need the power. The infotainment system, it's fantastic too. You can control it via buttons if you want, or it's a touchscreen, which is amazing. And the stupidest thing that I absolutely love about this car is none of this. I love how they place this water bottle holder right here. I mean, I know it's for your water bottle, but it's perfect for your phone. Maybe they thought that into it too, but even if they didn't, I give it even more credit. How it just so happened to be perfect for your phone. I'm pretty sure the engineers at Porsche are incredibly smart, and they probably did think of that also. Yeah. But anyways, guys, there's nothing really much more to say than that this car is incredible. It's a car that really makes you fall in love with it, and it's a car perfect for any occasion, whether you want to just putt around town and then after work, or even during the weekends, you just drop a couple gears and turn on the exhaust, put on Sport PDK, put it to the maximum or to the harshest suspension setting, and it's perfect for the track. the, what do you call this, the canyons, anywhere where you kind of just want to like be free, and it helps you kind of forget about the world, you know. That's the most important thing for me. Like, for a car to be good, it kind of has to help you forget about everything, you know. And this car, even though it isn't incredibly hard to drive, it's a very engaging experience. You have to be paying attention. Like, it's an easy car for anyone to get into, but to drive it hard, you really have to pay attention. And I love that. It's very challenging. It makes you want to push it harder, and it makes you want to learn how to essentially fully utilize this car, you know. And I absolutely love it. And if you're someone who's concerned about like how this car looks, or how it makes you feel, or kind of like that jazz, like how do other people view it, I guess, view you inside it. So far today, we've been getting nothing but great reactions. Porsche owners like approach other, you know, us, and ask us like, oh, you know, when'd you get it, blah blah blah, what color is that, and everything like that. And then for the general public, that's like, oh, that's such a cool car, or whatever, you know. And we've been getting looks left and right in this thing, which is crazy, because you don't see too many GT4s, and it looks like an absolute race car, you know. So expect a lot of looks if you do decide to get one. Nothing bad yet. I feel like with Lamborghini and Ferraris, people typically have bad reactions to it, just because like if you want to talk to the person, it's a little bit intimidating, because you feel like you're trying to get something to them. And this one, I feel that people think, or at least approach, or you seem more approachable when you're in this car, and I absolutely love that. And the community is great so far. I mean, yeah, Porsche owners, like, you feel part of the club when you're here, and most importantly, you feel like you made it when you have this car. I mean, this is my brother's car, and I'm so proud of him. Low-key jealous too, but anyways, guys, thank you for watching this episode, and forgive me for looking kind of weird with the GoPro with over my head. But thank you guys for watching, and peace out. And thank you, Justin, for holding camera.
Wow.
Oh shit, this road sucks.
That road sucks. Wow, Richie. A little bit more spirited, this thing is awesome. Holy shit. Whoa. Now I gotta take it slow because it's big. It hides speed. It hides. It's like, oh yeah, you're going like 40, but then you look down and you're going like 80, 90. Riddle me that, Porsche.